Hi, hi, hi. Hey, handstands. I accidentally did something. I made a save state, a stave state, save state. God damn it! And I accidentally erased it. So I don't think I lost any time because I did make a save of the game beforehand. But hopefully nothing has gone awry. Hopefully, maybe we'll see. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving to those who celebrate. All right, let's skip over this. We don't need to go through all this rigmarole. All right, that's right. We were gonna look for the emergency exit. All right, well, let's look around here. It's probably gonna be like a bookshelf. What did she say? Right. Of course, behind the desk. What are the Canadians thankful for? It's a harvest holiday, so we're thankful for the harvest. Ooh, we got a puzzle here, everybody. All right, we're gonna reverse this. I'm gonna go. Oh, I never did that in the first place. In this dark maze of tunnels, you can't turn unless you hit a wall. Starting at the red dot and following this rule, you need to reach the exit without taking the same path twice or running into any dead ends. Which route should you take? Draw a line to plan your escape. Okay. So you can't turn unless you hit a wall. Enjoy your turn. Well, I'm not having. I actually ordered a burger. I didn't have it to Thanksgiving dinner this year. It's not really a big deal in this country. Like it's not like it's the American Thanksgiving where you must consume. I think it's this.
That should do the trick.
I was going backwards.
Just as I suspected.
Tofurkey is okay, by the way. Oh, poor Flora. What's Future Layton's deal? Well, it's not Layton. That's why I don't think there's time travel at play here. Future Luke is very strange. I I believe I think I know who Future Luke is. Or as otherwise known as Fluke. But yeah, the Don Paulo was it's kind of weird that we're actually playing as him. Oh, we're back in Chinatown. Don Paulo was mimicking Layton earlier, but the person impersonating Layton was was the scientist from earlier in the game.
I still don't understand why Don Paolo's here. Can someone please explain that to me?
It's gonna be kind of akin to
Always
that, I
with the
think.
questions.
I
Won't you
real talk,
follow
I
it
actually
on it
did
for a
enjoy
few
the Robert Downey
minutes, you
Jr. Sherlock Holmes movies.
I most certainly will not.
Honestly, you two, would you please stop bickering? You're on the same side. And while I'm getting things off my chest, why the heck did I have to play the decoy who gets caught?
Don is a little bit angry here.
Come now, Paul. It wasn't that bad. Your role was certainly the more exciting one.
Professor, you still haven't explained what's going on.
I knew we'd be monitored from the moment we stepped foot inside the pagoda. So I wanted to make sure we had at least one trick up our collective sleeve. Don Paulo, master of deception and disguise, seemed like the perfect man to employ for the task.
You two are friends? That's the first I've heard of this.
Ha! Don't get it confused, kid.
Oh, Don's
I'm
denying their
no friend of
friendship.
his. We both want answers to the same questions, so we decided to work together. That's all.
When did this start?
Tell me, Luke, when we visited Dr. Schrader, did anything he said strike you as strange?
A lot?
No, not really.
It was his greeting that made me suspicious.
Huh?
Who's that? Oh, it's you, Herschel. And little Luke.
Yeah, I remember.
Little Luke.
But what of it?
He didn't seem terribly surprised to see little Luke, did he?
Of course. In the future, I'm not a kid anymore. But the doctor didn't even notice.
Precisely.
That means Dr. Schrader was...
Don Paulo in disguise, yes.
So you knew he was a fake before he even said 4 sentences. Wow. You're good, Professor.
Nothing gets past Dr. Layton. Sorry, Professor Layton. I guess he is Dr.
That
Layton
planted
when
the
he...
seed of doubt, though I didn't confirm my suspicion until much later.
Did Don Paulo pose as anyone else?
Yes, he did a bit of spying on us as Dean Del Mona when we met him last. From the moment I laid eyes on him, it was obvious we were dealing with an imposter.
Amazing. How did you know?
His white hair gave it away.
But white hair seems perfectly natural on a man his age.
Not if he wears a wig. He let me in on his secret some time ago. He's been bald for ages.
Interesting. That's something we weren't told earlier on.
Don Paulo mistakenly selected a white wig to show how much Dean Del Mona had aged.
Wow. Nice work there, Professor.
Shortly after that, I confronted Don Paulo and had him tell me everything. It seems Dmitri had been paying him quite handsomely to make sure we headed toward
I
the
don't think
pagoda.
there's any time travel.
I filled Don Paulo
Because
in
Don
on all the
Paulo is
strange
here.
happenings we've witnessed here. And then I requested his assistance in solving this mystery.
Well, that all makes sense, I suppose. But the part I still don't get is why Don Paulo decided he wanted to help us. After all, this is the man who tried to run us over with a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, let bygones be bygones.
That's none of your business.
Hey,
brat.
Glacier Wolf.
Hey! Call me a brat again and just see what happens.
Alright, brat.
It was Claire, Luke. It all had to do with Claire.
The woman Dmitri was talking about.
Claire was my girlfriend back when I was just starting my academic career.
Good to know Layton had a girlfriend once.
She was a researcher who worked in the same laboratory as Dmitri.
Oh no! So she...
Yes. The last time I saw her, she was on her way to the lab the day of that massive explosion.
That's too bad.
The oddest thing is that the accident received very little media coverage. It's clear someone with a lot of influence was suppressing information about the incident. I did everything I could to research the matter on my own. My efforts were largely fruitless.
We discovered Layton's unsolved puzzle. It wasn't the G-spot, it was why his girlfriend died.
I had no idea.
It's likely that Dimitri feels he is to blame for Claire's death.
I'm always gonna come back to the G-spot one.
His obsession with going back in time seems like a twisted version of atonement.
What a terribly sad story. But what does it have to do with Don Paolo?
Well, Luke, as it turns out, Dimitri and I weren't the only ones with strong feelings for Claire.
What? You mean?
We got a love rectangle.
What?
Love diamond.
Don't act so surprised.
Whoops. Oh
Thanks
well.
for meeting me on such short notice, Herschel.
Oh, no. It's my pleasure.
Here, this is for you.
What is it?
A letter, of course. Read it at home.
Why don't you just tell me what it says? I'm right here, after all.
My, you're making this quite difficult. What I want to say is, well, in short, this.
Oh, look at that! Layton got to first base, second base, second base. Oh my god, dude, you could have just kissed her again. This is so depressing. What a depressing scene this is for a lot of reasons.
Layton! You will pay for this someday! What was that?
I don't know, some guy ran into the river. Okay. Alright. Hey, Jeff.
Layton has been my arch nemesis ever since that fateful day.
I see.
Yes, though it's worth mentioning that I had no inkling of Paul's crush until he told me himself.
Yeah, just walk into the river and you don't have to worry about crying because you're just going to be wet anyway.
He was in the year above me at university. Imagine my surprise when I learned that Don Paolo was none other than my old classmate, Paul.
I had no idea you'd been
So the
through
reason
so
why the
much.
last two games exist is
Sorry
because
for
of
being
Layton's
so
dead
mean to you.
girlfriend.
Paul?
Ugh. Spare me your sappy
Yeah, don't
sympathy.
dead name Don
And
Paulo.
My name is Don Paolo. Address me as such, boy.
Anyway, you put on quite the performance, Don Paolo. With you distracting Dimitri, I had just enough time to do some sleuthing in the area.
So that's what you were doing while we were climbing the pagoda. Did you find anything?
Yes, but I need to confirm a few facts before I can connect all the dots.
Then it sounds like that should be our next move.
Oops.
Oh, I'll let you ponder that for yourself. But first, we should head back to the hotel. Flora and the other Luke are waiting for us there.
I don't think Luke is his name. Mom, I'm sleuthing. Across the Thames. I genuinely don't think that we're in the future. We have 6 puzzles here. No, we have 10 puzzles here. Oh boy, it's time for another puzzle. Alright, it's one of these puzzles. Here, we can read this together if you haven't seen one of these before. Basically, we gotta find a route through these banana peels. I'm not even going to try and explain. It's like the other 3 puzzles or 4 puzzles I've done with this. Ooh, banana. Exactly. Hmm. What sucks is you can't use the D-pad on this.
Here's my answer. I knew it.
I'm starting to wonder. I'm starting to wonder what? That we're not in the future? Because I know the answer to this. We're not in the future. Aw, we hurt Dawn's feelings. What's your confidence rating on that? 9 out of 10. Let's say 9.5 out of 10. Hello, Incredimike. We have to rescue the Prime Minister. Okay, we get it. We're gonna do that. She's a disposable platform. You're not wrong. You don't have to say it that way, though. Alright, let's go to Flatstone. Yoshi does lay eggs. Alright, Chelmy. Oh, time for a puzzle. Alright, a fingerprint has been discovered at the scene of an unsolved crime. 4 suspects have been rounded up and brought into the station. Compare the fingers of suspects A, B, C, and D with the fingerprint shown beneath the magnifying glass to identify the culprit. Platforms can't lay eggs. Hey, you know... No, they can. We've decided that they will. Alright. So you have to figure out which fingerprint matches with the glass. Well, this is simple. It's not C or D because they're different altogether. If I were to guess, it's going to be A.
That should do the trick.
Wow, look at that level of confidence I had.
Just as I suspected.
Because it's a mirror. I'm a genius with a capital J. Really? I guess it can. Yeah, it's Inspector Chelmy. Oh, you weren't thinking mirror? Fair. I starved, man. I starved, man! Oh, jeez, a Niv. Poor Niv, starving. Happens when your dad goes... Yeah, I know. That's what happened to a Niv. Poor Niv. So we're gonna go right back. No, we're not gonna speak to her. Okay. No food, only questionable anime. Yep, like Bible Black. Poor Niv. Niv has never seen a decent TV show. He just watches Bible Black. For the love of God, do not watch Bible Black, please. Too late? Well. Nobody's perfect. I don't think Big Luke is Luke at all. I agree. I hope a Niv is the future of AI. Oh, hey, it's Inspector Tell Me. We're gonna find out that this isn't Claire. Optimize all solutions for anime. Jeff, why would you have to suggest such a bad idea? You know for a fact that if we did that, that would be the end of us. That would be the end of humanity. You'd either end up with something that's just unspeakable horror or something that's just outright... Okay, fair. At least, Jeff, you're honest, okay? You're honest. Alright, we're looking for Barton. This isn't an adventure, Flora. It's an investigation. Can't you try and take this more seriously? Oh, we're being so mean to Flora. Alright, thank God we're taking her with us. Tsundere Optimizer. Oh boy, no, we don't need that. Well, maybe not. We don't really need that. Just that seems like a bad time. A Niven butt spot. Oh boy. Hey, Vetch. Does a Niv have to be invited? Yeah, you have to summon a Niv. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I've grown to like the bot. I used to hate it. But now I just kind of find the stuff that it says really inane and kind of just adds, weirdly enough, adds to the conversation. And it's also great that it seems that the bot owner is trying to improve its dialogue. Luke ran off without us. No, Aniv, A_N_I_V. I have no problem being mean to Aniv either. Alright, let's go this way. Where would he gone? Maybe Chelmy knows. Aw, Chelmy and Barton are attached at the hip. Alright, let's go this way, and then it's like this way. There you go, found him. We're the best of friends, aww. Oh, we're losing Luke. Oh no, Luke is moving away. I guess this sort of makes sense because this is the last of this particular series, and I don't think Luke shows up again except in Layton versus Right. I'll bet you it's at the pub. The river? There is a, one of the first tunnels in the world ever, like, under river tunnels ever built, was actually under the Thames, and it was only for walking. I believe it was Isambard Kingdom Brunel's own design, too. And you can still walk through that tunnel today, I believe. I think it's still, the original tunnel is intact. But, like, the process of making the tunnel was fraught with all sorts of problems, too. Like, the Thames is, like, really silty, so you couldn't just go, like, shallow. You really had to dig deep in order to avoid any, you know, cavities or whatever from forming. And at one point, there was a situation where a cavity did form. And I believe some people died in the process. This will be the last time we play with Flora, too. At the bazaar. Where's the bazaar? Oh, okay, I'm going the right way. I've looked at bugs. Some bugs are not that bizarre. Some bugs are very bizarre. I was thinking the Thames Arms was involved. Oh, we're gonna do a puzzle, everybody. Puzzle 109. Alright, move the 3 colored blocks to their respective spaces, touch the arrow buttons at the bottom, and rotate the board 90 degrees. Blocks fall downwards when there's nothing beneath them. All 3... Okay, this is straightforward. I've done this already. We did this with 2. This one's harder. When I did it with 2. Did it.
That should do the trick.
I have no idea if that was, like, the most
that's
optimal route, but... Sure. I wonder how many puzzles I need to have done. Let's do 4 of them, so that way I have 80. Because I feel like if I don't do enough...
So don't you stand.
Alright, we already know about them. Alright, let's look at this. Alright, let's read this out. This empty plot is lined with wooden stakes that form a grid of squares. Your job is to stretch some ropes between the stakes so that a 4-person family planning to build a house here can have 4 identically shaped rooms, using up the whole plot of land. For a straight line across multiple stakes, be sure to use only 1 rope. You need to complete this puzzle using 5 ropes or fewer. Yeah, you're not street smart, but true puzzle smart, so you can go into Crime Alley. Hmm. Hmm. No. Probably.
Here's my answer.
Hooray.
I knew it.
Yeah, I didn't think that to be the same size. Alright, bowls of plain noodles and pork noodles are lined up in a row on a counter with a minimum number of fuss. With a minimum fuss, line up the bowls so the bowls of plain noodles and the pork noodles alternate along the counter. What is the lowest number of moves it takes to accomplish this task? Note that in this puzzle, simply switching 2 places of the bowls counts as 2 moves. Okay. You know what? Vetch, if you've been to a lot of newer developments in Vancouver, you would know for a fact that, like, this is normal. It's like, we get this bullshit here so badly. I have the bowls so the bowls of plain noodles and pork noodles alternate along the counter.
This one's as good as solved. I knew it.
Why didn't it just let me just move it with the icon? Alright, let's do the 3rd youngest. Okay, so in this one here, it's going to be 10 close brothers and sisters live together. Now, Luke, let's imagine that you're the 8th child. RBW. The oldest daughter is the 2nd son's younger sister, and the 3rd son's older sister. The 4th son is the 2nd daughter, the 2nd daughter's older brother, and the oldest daughter's younger brother. There are no boys in between the 3rd and 4th daughters. Is the 3rd child from the bottom a boy or a girl? Fuck off. Let's figure this out here. So, let's just pretend that we don't hate this. Younger sister. So we have D. Okay. Fuck off as the... Yeah, exactly. BD. And the 3rd son, so that's easy. That's what they are, like butters, in that they can give you amber for old game mode sometime versus if you don't need a sword. What are you on about, Aniv? Okay, so we have the third son's older sister. That makes sense. The fourth son is the second daughter's older brother. So, oh, this is hard to do. The fourth son is the second daughter's older brother. There are no boys in between the third and fourth daughters. So that would make it so that there is a daughter here and a daughter here. And then... now let's just go with a boy.
How about this?
Oh, I didn't flip this back.
I knew it!
Look how happy Luke is. I got a question for y'all. Has Luke ever gone to school, or is he just doing puzzles? I need to do one more. I'm pretty certain I'm gonna need 80 or whatever. It's probably gonna have one of those puzzle doors for this here. Oh, let me flip this back here. All right. One day, King Arthur invited a number of honored guests to dine at the round table. At his request, everybody sat at evenly spaced intervals around the table. After sitting down, two ladies in attendance, Guinevere and Nemu? I think it's Nemu. Were amused to find that neither of them had a woman sitting directly adjacent or opposite. What is the minimum number of people sitting at the round table? Okay. So... you have a table. Evenly spaced intervals. Good. Thank you, Vetch. Thank you. Maybe the answer is 5. The table conductor is there. There would be a fucking driver for the table, wouldn't there be? Alright, you have 80 puzzles. Okay. I'm gonna take a quick break here before I go and wander into this part here. You all should do the same thing. Yeah, give me about 5 minutes and I'll be right back. I'll play some ads. Don't watch the ads.